Two-way. La 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 la. That's the point I want to show. Fully connected, right? Yeah, what I'm trying to establish is that the theory of the phone should not function. Hey baby, stop being like a fucking weird monster that just wants to be away from everyone. Come back. Oh my god, is truly sad, as in general. Like, you can see how everything that she is now is a consequence of the extreme abuses, both the good and the bad. There's a reason why she's so savvy about why she does certain things. She has been abused, with drugs alone for over a year, and she's surviving. She got sent for her eye. She's something that doesn't have any smell, which is good, but enough apparently. I was feeding her well to see if she would just heal by herself, but we might have to do something about that. With very little doubt that it's something to do with those fucking criminals. As for that, yeah, we already know the outcome. As you can see, almost full signal, and yet, and there's a short. So that's the point. I have a couple of things to promote. Mostly there's recent videos. We're gonna leave the little guy recording here hidden away. I should say we had an unfortunate decision with me right there, awake and uploading shit, to have some person shit coming here looking for trouble. Yeah, feels like a bit. Full view. There's not to make it too tempting. We're gonna take the bag, but then the evidence is worth more than the food is there. Way more. Point is not that though. Point is the upload that is on the line. I know we shouldn't, because I forgot I had to do this. But that's generally the point, because everything is fully aligned. A couple of things to show to you in a sec. Yeah, this is one last one putting this way. Such a lovely place. Now you see, the thing is, you think that my point is to say that I have a right to move to this public street. My point instead is to say, in this place is filled with drugs, you have those individuals there breathing up something that is impossible not to notice. Is actually a far more serious accusation. You know, like the previous one, which doesn't make any sense, this one does make a heck of a lot. Okay. And the dog and the other things just help you see. Does that mean criminal bearings? Probably not. certainly not. But that's not the point. Again, they're the ones who are sadistic criminals who would want this much harm to befall people. I'm concerned with something much, much better. Establishing the drug, the chain, how much everybody knows about the drugs. Everybody, you believe me, in a sense, when I say about the things that everybody's aware of those things being in the air and everybody is using them to abuse me, is worth 15 to 20 to 50 million times more than any individual face. They're the ones who sadistically like to abuse and exploit one person for pleasure. I'm way more concerned in establishing and having acknowledgement for all the things that all the criminals are doing to me. So, by all means. Okay, how does that help on that goal? I cannot explain here. You have to take my word for it. Just yet. But soon. I said that to myself so many times already, and that's what makes it so difficult. But we don't let it walk criminals' way. Don't let it walk criminals' way. A mantra repeats myself so many times at this point. I don't know what my food is. I don't know what I'm picking up, but he'll never let me eat it. The little one is there, even though he's fully fed. Well, he's here now. Both of them will never let me eat, especially him. Mama can't understand. Yeah, doesn't matter though, because apparently my food disappeared. Maybe it's on the other thing. Hope it is. It's actually kind of good when I eat that because it fills up the thing. imagining again the court reading the thing. I talk about acknowledgement and then just my brain starts playing in my head. The whole, speech, including with the little caveat about I don't know if it's ever gonna happen this way, but I just always imagine them saying something on the lines of, normally to dealing with lay people, would read in terms that lay person could understand, since you probably prefer those things phrased in such a manner. Instead, they do the formal reading as if reading an official, any legal filing. So it would be both legal language basically, or lingo, I suppose the way you should say. Instead, saying the prosecution has sustained the burden to establish this, and that, and because technically verdict requires, it's not like a sentencing would be the thing. It's just about. Okay, I cannot talk too much in here, but I'm just saying that's the thing that I can imagine. And yes, they clank the things to let's check the internet. They are throwing the sweat drugs in here, the heating sweat drugs, in fact. As a matter of fact, if you ever wondered why such a thing as like heavy drugs are called heating sweat drugs, it's because it was one of the first drugs that I could distinguish associate with being narcotics, based on symptoms such as this. Okay, I think he would become a problem. So it's very likely that one of those criminals you saw just came here and cracked this thing. Should become a problem now. As I said, that's why we film. Now this can be, I can make this work. This is hardly a huge deal. But full idle down, full idle up. All of a sudden, everything loaded, everything functioned. It makes you wonder what they were doing before that to the internet that was hijacking the internet entirely. Because the impression I have is this, that like they're fully hijacking all the systems to do something, and then now I can use my phone again. See, even this.
When we first brought Norman home, it had to be a slow introduction because he had never been around a dog before.
I know, he's a little scary.
Bubba was definitely like, what the heck is this?
It's okay, I don't know why he does that to you.
What is this new guy doing in my house?
Norm?
Yeah, this is gonna say, the dog is gonna love the cat.
Bubba would come up to Norman when he was
Despite common knowledge. I think the dog nature of being a dog. Just a hinge. Yeah, by that I mean hunch. I can English. I can English be good. Yeah, not even the joke came out. That's why we film. No joke. That the beautiful duality between the digital crimes and the drug crimes you can notice by me. That's actually perfect, and that is indeed why we've been filming. I'm gonna get you the third one. For now. Not like we don't have spoilers. Yeah, but I mean, as I said, we have the thing there. Yeah, this one, that's fine.